So guys, the secret to catching is that's it. That's all you need. That's all you ever need. Oh, he's pulling. Oh, he's just a stud, guys. Man, I'm just waiting for that thing just to go. Whoa. I mean, it could go any second right now. You see, that's a fish on there. Yep. Now this rig is, you know, universal. People use it all the time. But now this is ghetto. Ooh. What up, you guys? It's your buddy Randall. Today's video we're fishing for some carp, and I got some tips and tricks for you guys to help you out on your adventure and journey of catching big carp, if that's what you want to do. If not, just sit back, relax, enjoy this video. So first off, we're gonna go over this spot and why we're fishing it. Then we're gonna go over bait, then we're gonna put the bait on, and then we're gonna try to catch fish. So this spot in general is very interesting. And the reason why I say that is right behind me, if you guys can see that, that is a restaurant. If you know what carp are, they like bread and all that junk, and they'll eat about anything. Well, that restaurant right there, when their food goes bad, they throw that crap out. Now, it is downriver, and that's fine. But the other thing we got going for us right here, too, I'm going to turn this camera around. If you see the river right here, it flows down. There's a break right on that point right there. And that break, essentially what it does, it's a current break. So catfish will hang out right there in that little eddy spot, bass, and so will carp. You see these pillars right here? These pillars will break the current too, which will attract more fish. So not only could we catch a carp right here, we could also catch catfish. So essentially, this is a slack area where if the current's pulling, which it's ripping. It's not high though, it's not crazy high, but it's ripping. It's putting food and everything right here, and it's settling. And then on top of that, that restaurant right there, they're throwing food out. This is a smorgasbord for carp, this area. Smorgasbord. And I got the smorgasbord right here for them too. We got corn, oats, breadcrumbs, and jello. And you may be asking, what the hell is that, Randall? That's carp bait. That's what we're using. And I also got a bucket full of sand, okay? But what we're gonna do is we're gonna stab this baby. Kids, if you're watching, don't use knives like this. This is very, very unsafe, and I don't recommend it. All right, can of corn. Oh, that got on me. We're just dumping it in there. That's all we're doing. Now we got our jello. Pour that baby in there. Now we got our panko. Now the secret weapon, this is what's gonna get the fish, I think. That's what I think is gonna get the fish, this oatmeal. Everybody likes oatmeal. If you don't like oatmeal, I mean, what are you doing, man? And we're not gonna put this whole thing of oatmeal in there. This is 2 pounds of oatmeal. We don't need that much oatmeal, okay? We're probably gonna put close to half, maybe 1/4 of the container. And that's more than enough carp bait right there by itself. And I brought something special for this, a plastic bag, because this stuff is absolutely sticky. When you're done mixing it, that's what it should look like. Right there. All right, let's clean this mess up. Remember, guys, if you fish like this, please don't be a litter bug. There's other people that like to enjoy this environment, and don't ruin it for other people. Clean up your crap. Oatmeal wants to fight me, man. So now that we got our bait right here, we're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes. And while we're letting that sit for 10 minutes, we're gonna fart around where they're poles, and I'm gonna show you guys the rigs I use. So this is a catfish pole turned into a carp pole this morning. And let me show you guys real fast what I'm running. I'm running a Carolina rig with a slider. You see the slider right there. So I got 80-pound braid. I got sinker slider with a bead, with a polymer knot. Showed you guys how to tie that video recently. With a swivel, another polymer knot. And this is 20-pound mono. These carp are strong, but they don't have teeth, so I can kind of go light on this. And this right here is a circle hook that I've bent to make a offset. Look, I like using circle hooks for carp because if you don't, they will swallow it. And that is a no-not right there too. Now this rig is, you know, universal. People use it all the time. But this method lead that I made, now this is ghetto. This is a method lead. Well, my method lead. Usually you can buy these off in Europe. They don't look like this. They look completely different. If you look up method lead, I'll leave one right here on the screen. This doesn't look like that. This is a homemade method lead. What this is an industrial spring tied with sinkers in it. It does the same thing, if not, it does better than an actual method lead, in my opinion. It's worked for me. I've caught big carp off of it. And that's all I do. I hook it up like that. We're gonna put our pack bait nice and firm around it. Put some corn on the tip of this hook, and then sling it out there. We're gonna let it sit. Like I said, a very interesting spot. Like we got two things going for us. We got that restaurant right there dumping off food, and behind us we got a current break, multiple current breaks. Two things going for us. We got 2 hours. I think we can catch some fish in about 20-30 minutes, maybe even less than that, depending on how lucky we get. But really, we gotta let this bait sit. As soon as it's done, we'll rig these babies up, cast them out, and see if we can catch a monster carp. Let's go. All right, you guys, our bait is finally done. I'm gonna pack it out. I'm gonna show you guys how I do this. Pack it right around. Be generous with this bait. We got plenty. Now it's all packed on there. I'm gonna take some of this corn we got in here, thread it on my hook. And the goal of this is to get the whole hook covered in corn, just like that. Thread it in corn. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take some of this pack bait, we're gonna pack it around that corn. And that's it, guys. Now we're gonna lob this out. We're gonna scatter it all right here and kind of get as close as we can. That right there. That's all we need. Set that drag really loose. If anything takes off, get a bite, we'll know. So now that we got that set up, I'm gonna go ahead and get these other two poles out and I'll get back with you guys. So guys, the secret to catching carp is corn. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you ever need. You don't need these fancy rods or fancy baits or these pack baits. You just need corn. That's it. All this other stuff, this will help you, but you don't exactly need it. Another thing you need for carp too, if you guys want some more tips, I'm gonna give you just a couple more. You need to be in a place where carp are at. It's slow moving water, somewhere they can get food very easily and they can do it very lazily. Is it lazily even a word? Well, I don't know. If it is, leave it down in the comments. I guess that's why carp and catfish hang out with each other, because they like to hang out in lazy water, because they're both lazy fish. And that's okay. At any moment though, we could catch a fish. So if I run off and I take the camera with me and I don't say nothing, well, I'm not apologizing for it. Just watch the video and you'll see a fish. If you guys don't know what this is pastetta. It's a Bosnian dish. It's really good and I like to eat it with crackers. It's kind of like a meat, just chicken meat, to be honest with you. Woo! Tangy. Another thing too about carp fishing, there's usually catfish hanging out around carp. I don't know why. I don't know if they're like buddies or not. I'm gonna finish eating my meat. But shout out to these fellas behind me. They subscribe to me. I appreciate you guys if you're watching. Hope you guys catch a giant. All right, let's catch a carp. Oh, he's pulling. Oh, make him work for it. Make him work for it. He's just a stud, guys. This might be my biggest one ever right here. Man, I'm just waiting for that thing just to go. I mean, it could go any second right now. You see, that's a fish on there. Yep. He's a good one too, I'll tell you that. Oh. Ooh. Oh gosh, I think I might have a damn double. This is double trouble right here. Oh, that's my PB right there. Yeah, I told you guys we could catch anything. And when I said anything, I meant it. Look at this.